Happy Thursday, everybody. I want to welcome you to Training Thursday in the Profit-preneur Circle. My name is Kelly O'Neill, and I've got a great training plan for you today. I'm just going to give everyone a few minutes to jump on and settle in. And I want to make sure that you've got a notebook and a pen ready for our Training Thursday today, because I'm going to give you some very simple yet game-changing information today about the 5 steps to create a highly profitable quarter. So welcome, everyone. I see a bunch of people jumping on. As you jump on, what I would love for you to do is say hi to everybody. Let us know, pop your elevator pitch below, what your one-liner. Let us know what you do in the world, and also let us know what type of profitpreneur you are. If you don't know what that means, ask, and we'll get you a link to take our Profit-preneur assessment so that we can connect you with more of the right people within the circle. So for those of you who might be brand new, we have a lot of different individuals joining this group on a regular basis. I just wanted to take a moment and introduce you to myself and to the group before we get started. So first of all, I am your host of Training Thursday. My name is Kelly O'Neill. I am a brand marketing and profit strategist that specializes in helping service-based entrepreneurs to attract affluent clientele and make sure that you are well positioned in the marketplace to really stand out from the crowd. In fact, in our Profitology Business Incubator program, which is our flagship program that many of the people on the call are in, we spend the first part of our program about getting real clear about what it is that you want to create and creating a very strategic market position that helps you to stand out and just become a juicy magnet for affluent clientele. So it's so important that you do that. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. We created this circle so that we could help entrepreneurs out there really hone in the strategies and create and follow our profitology process so that you guys can rapidly accelerate your profits and your desired results. And one of the things that we really pride ourselves on in this Profit-preneur Circle is we're giving you strategies to work smarter rather than just harder. I don't believe in busy work. I don't believe that there's a one-size-fits-all business model. I don't believe that there's a one-size-fits-all strategy for all entrepreneurs. I think everything needs to be very custom tailored to each individual person in order for you to get the success that you desire. Your business plan and your business model should fit you like a glove, right? And so we're not all about doing webinars, and we're not all about doing podcasts. We're not all about online marketing. We're not all about one thing. We're about doing the things that are going to work for you and help you attract your ideal clients. We get that there is, while there are some amazing, business coaches, consultants out there, there are some amazing ones, but there's also a lot of bullshit. We're going to help you cut through that and get the results that you desire in your business right now. So keep introducing yourselves so that we can get to know you better. So perfect. We are going to jump into today in just a moment the 5 steps to ensure that you have a highly profitable next quarter in your business. But before we do, I want to make sure that you guys are aware of our upcoming Marketing to Millionaires Intensive. It is going to be held on September 11th, 12th, and 13th, really with the bulk of the training being on the 11th. If you have not registered now, make sure that you do, because we are updating the workbook. We are adding some new components. We've got some fresh and juicy resources for you. And the only way you're going to get that is if you actually do, in fact, register for this specific challenge. So even if you registered for the last intensive, and if you want the updated information, make sure you register again so that we can take care of you. Our clients, you can ask them, or if you guys did the last intensive, let them know your experience so that they, because there's a lot of stuff out there. We want to make sure people understand that it is worth their time and energy to join. All right, so you guys, we've got, and whether you're watching this now or whether you're watching this a year from now, and by the way, if you guys are watching the replay, just put #replay and follow, like my team will continue to follow the thread. We want to engage with you and get to know you and your business. Whether you're watching this now or a year from now, it doesn't matter. These steps are really evergreen, and they are the foundation of creating a highly profitable business and really being able to scale to 6 figures and then beyond 6 figures to 7 figures, right? So what I'm about to teach you, it is evergreen. Right now we are going into the 3rd/4th quarter of 2019. And what I want to tell you is, at the beginning of this year, I did a State of the Union where I talked about what I saw coming down the pipe for this year and for next year. And exactly what I said I saw coming down the pipe is exactly what's going on, which is we are heading into an economic recession, right? This is something that was, the real estate markets are going soft in certain areas if you're following that, and this is natural. It's nothing to be afraid of as long as you plan for it, right? As long as you plan for it and you don't stick your head in the sand and you don't, as long as you plan for it and you're aware of it and you tweak your business to ensure that your business becomes recession proof, which is exactly why we're teaching the Marketing to Millionaires Intensive, you're going to be just fine. So I want to help you really create a game plan, because we're about to end summer, right? We've got about 1 more week-ish of summer. Some of you already may feel like your summer's over if your kids have gone back to school. I know I'm going on vacation next week. So into Labor Day, and then we are going to kick off full force going into the next quarter. But we want to make sure that you're planning for it, and we want to make sure you're planning for it right now. Also, at the end of this call, I'm going to share with you a very exciting opportunity. By the way, this is not a sales thing. It's an opportunity for you to enter a contest where you can win some very cool like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of prizes. So stay tuned. I will give that to you at the end. All right, so 5 steps. Let's jump into number 1. One of the things that we teach in the Profitology process, and this is a corner bedstone of our community in the Profitology Business Incubator community, is getting clarity. My team and I have been holding our accountability calls with all of our Profitology Business Incubator members, especially the ones that joined from the July challenge. And one of the things that all of them are saying is, I've never had so much clarity around my business. So one of the things that's so important is to deep dive into the clarity of not only what you want in your business, but very specifically identifying an extremely clear outcome for the results that you desire, whether it be with a campaign, whether it be with a quarter, and what it is that you want in your business altogether. And I'm not just talking about financial clarity. I am talking about the clarity of what you want to achieve, how you want it to feel, right? I'm talking about your personal clarity, I'm talking about your business clarity, and I'm talking about your financial clarity. So going into the 4th quarter, the number 1 step is you need to get extreme clarity. So you guys, I want you to write down right now what, and again, if you're watching the replay or you're watching this later, because we keep up all of our trainings in here, what I want you to do is I want you to write down what exactly do you want to create between September and the end of the year, very specifically. And yes, part of it should be the money that you want to bring in. Part of it should be, it could be very, very specifically, it could be, goals and milestones you have in your business. Maybe it's like, we want to launch this, or we want to hire and train this person. We want to, whatever your foundational goals are, I want to secure a TED Talk, whatever it is for you. I want you to really identify what result you want to create in business, financially, for your business, and how having that is going to positively impact your life, right? How it's going to positively impact your life. So that is step one in clarity. The reason why clarity is so important, and again, we've been doing our accountability calls. We have a very robust accountability program in the Profitology Business Incubator. And one of the things that our clients are reporting to us is, I've never felt so confident in my business. So what happens when you feel confident, right? When you walk in a room, you show up differently. When you jump on a live or you jump on a sales call, you show up differently. Clarity creates an immediate confident boost in you. So step one always is getting really, really clear. And Lynn, thank you so much. Lynn said, hey, I'm registered. I need my affiliate links to invite others. Oh, Lynn, you're going to love what we're going to announce at the end of this. And yes, we will get those for you and let you know how that's going to roll. So number one is clarity. Number two is commitment. There's a very large difference between being committed and being interested, right? Interested people do what they can when it's convenient for them, right? So if you are, I don't necessarily struggle with this in my business. I more struggle with this in other areas of my life. But, if you're interested in keeping a tidy house, just as an example, if you're interested in keeping a tidy house, you'll kind of do it when you feel like it, right? It's not like a commitment that you're making to yourself to create a certain environment. When you're committed, you do it no matter what, right? It's like whether you're feeling motivated or not, whether you're tired or not, whether you're sick or not, right? You're going to do whatever it is that you are committed to, right? Whatever it is that you are committed to, you are going to do it no matter what, because you are more committed to the goal or to achieving the results than you are to the excuses that are going to pop up because it's life, right? They're going to pop up. Life pops up. I will tell you, and I'll be sharing this in the intensive, that, the last 2 quarters of this year, I had a lot of life changes. I had a lot of stuff going on. I had, I moved, and I essentially almost moved twice-ish because of the way that it went down. And, that was very distracting, but I'm so committed to being of service that I still showed up no matter what, no matter if I was tired, no matter if, I may have tweaked my schedule a little bit, but you got to show up. So you've got to move to a place of being more committed to the results that you desire than to the excuses that will pop up. I'm going to give you my little insider trick on how to do this. Your why needs to be bigger than your excuses. So it's not the thing, right? It's the why of the thing. So let's just say, as an example, you're like, I am going to create, I'll just make something up. I'm going to create $50,000 in new clients, or I'm going to sell out my client program by the end of the year. So now, for what purpose, right? And for what purpose? And it could be, I want to set a good example for my children, that you set goals and you follow through and you achieve them. It could be because I want to really be of service to my clientele and to really make a positive impact in the world. Generally, I want to keep a commitment to myself and show myself that I am worthy and I am valuable and I am going to rise above all of the excuses, right? So why? Your why is going to help shift you from a place of interest into a place of commitment. So that is a really good little, tweet. And, I will tell you that it is something that should really almost bring you to tears, right? It should not be something fluffy. It should be something like, a lot of times it's with people's kids. So if I see people kind of fluffing it, I will look and I will look at like, is this the example that you really want to set for your kids? And they're like, oh, yeah, it's a little harsh, but it's true, right? Because you want to get people to rise above those excuses. So what is going to get you? What is your why that's going to get you to commit and rise above your excuses? So that's number 2 is commit. Number 3, you need what we call a 10X plan. So one of the things that, and I can't remember where I taught this before. Oh, I know where I teach this. I teach this in the Profitology Business Incubator. It's in our 30-day profit transformation module, which is the first module that people take. And we talk about our 10X plan. So Grant Cardone wrote this great book called 10X. Or the 10X rule or something to that effect. And essentially what he's talking about, which is something we've all known for a long time, but it really makes sense when you're thinking about it, is let's just say you need to set a goal that is so big that it changes your thinking. Here's what I mean by that. So if you, let's just say you're thinking to yourself, well, I want to secure 7, I want to secure $10,000 in September. What if, right? Now, if you start to create a plan to say, I want to create $10,000, what might your plan look like? Just kind of let it roll around in your head. What might it look like? Right? Like, what are the things you might do? All right, now I want you to look at this in a different way. What if I said, you know what I want you to do? I want you to create a plan to create $100,000 next month. Changes the game, doesn't it? Right? It completely changes the game. It changes the energy. It changes the thought patterns. It changes the ability for you to get creative. It changes the ability for you to think outside the box of what you would normally do. Instead of making 10 calls a week, maybe you're making 100 calls a week, right? So whatever your plan is, I want you to create what I would call your 10X plan. So whatever the number is that is like the bottom baseline for you. So maybe it's like, at a minimum, I want to create $10,000. Create a $100,000 plan to go after, right? And then see how that works for you, right? So again, the idea here is by shifting and blowing the idea up, it is truly going to change the way that you strategize to create the result. Again, it's like, oh, if I want to lose 2 pounds in September, well, what am I going to do if I want to lose 2 pounds? Maybe I'm like, oh, don't eat that. Or, oh, maybe you need to work out once a week, right? But then if you're like, no, but I want to lose 20 pounds, that's a whole different plan, right? It changes the thinking, it changes the game, it changes the energy, it changes your ability to think outside the box and to get ridiculously creative to create the results that you desire. So that's step 3. I want you to create your 10X plan for Q3 and Q4. And the reason that I'm combining these is because here's the deal, guys. We're going back in, at least right now, we're going back into, it's summer right now. People are still trying to get their footing. Kids are going back to school, whatever's going on. But then what's happening is, we've got Labor Day. So people are going to be on vacation. Some people are going to be on vacation the week before, like me. And some people are going to be on the vacation the week afterwards. Right. So by the time people have really settled in and they've gotten ready to go, we're kind of looking around, let's just call it September 15th-ish, right? Middle of September. Well, then think about it. Now we're going into the holidays, right? So we're going into the holidays, and you will start to see in a lot of businesses, not all, but in a lot of businesses, you're going to see that people are going to start to check out around the 15th of December. right? Now, in my business, that's not the case at all. December is our busiest month of the year, every single year, because we've got people that are calling us to do all of their, their next year's strategic planning. They're wanting their brands redone. So literally, that is our busiest month of the year. And that may be the case in your business as well. But what I want to let you know is that, you've got about a good 3 months on average to be able to create these results, which is the length of about a quarter, right? So how are you going to end 2019 or whatever quarter it is that you're watching this in on an amazing note to create those results? That doesn't happen by accident. It happens by strategic planning, right? And taking strategic action, which is step number 4, right? So step number 4 is you need to create focused strategic action. One of the things that drives me batshit crazy is when I see all of these people posting online and, you need to hustle and grind. You need to just get into action. It's more important that you're in action. It's more important that you're just doing stuff. Just start doing it. Take imperfect action. Okay, I don't agree at all. In fact, what I think is that creates a lot of busyness. And busyness is like betting on the ponies, right? Like that's about as strategic as betting on the ponies, right? So roll the dice. Maybe you'll get some results, maybe you won't. I am all about taking action, and you need to take action, right? Think back to what I just said with the 10X plan. However, in our programs and with the Profitology Business Incubator, we specifically want people to take focused, strategic action. So let's define what focused strategic action is. In the incubator program, when people go through our 30-day profit transformation, in week 1, we do an analysis and we identify all the things that are working and not working, and we kind of get a state of the union and get clarity on what we really want. In week 2, we basically eliminate all of the profit leaks. And the reason for this is because so many people are doing so much stuff, but that does not in any way, shape, or form mean that you're doing the right stuff, right? So I see people all the time, right? If I see people all the time that they're doing all the things that people tell you to do. And I'm like, is it working for you? Why? I had a client who's in our PBI, and she was doing all the things. She was consistent. She had her 10X plan. She was following another or some coach or some training program. And she was doing all of the things. And she was so frustrated. And when she came to me, I looked at her and I said, and she's like, I'm just so frustrated. It's not working. I said, well, your message is completely off. So if your message is off, it doesn't matter how much stuff you do, it's not going to create any results. It's just going to create a lot of noise. In fact, actually, the results it's going to create is you're going to be driving people away because they're going to be like, this is the same old stuff everyone's talking about. We've completely shifted her message. So it wasn't even necessarily that she was doing the wrong stuff. It's that she did not have the right message for her market. So focus. So let's break this down. Focused action. Focused action means we are focused on one specific result. What is the primary result? Now, I will also say when you get to have a bigger business, like I have quite an extensive team. Well, not that extensive because I actually prefer a small team, but I have team. We've got like 5 things we're focused on for this fall. But it's not like one person is like each core person on the team has a specific focus, right? And then we're all helping each other, but someone's driving each of those focus. So when you are focused on something, it's like, as an example, a lot of you are probably in a place where you're like, I want to create a lot of cash, right? We see that come up a lot. How do I create a lot of cash fast? So, and that's what, by the way, that's very much what we're going to be talking about in this Marketing to Millionaires intensive. So again, make sure you register so you get the updated workbook. But what I want you to do is I want you to create extreme focus. So I don't want you to try to fill 4 things. I don't want you to try to sell a bunch of different things, right? I don't want you to like, that is not what I want you to be doing, right? So you need to be picking one thing that you are uber focused on for the 4th quarter. And perhaps that, is I want to, sell out my private consulting or coaching or whatever the case may be for you. Or I want to get 300 students into this, whatever the case is for you, it's what is the focus, right? Follow one course until successful. When you're trying to chase so many rabbits, it becomes a cluster and your energy becomes diffuse, and then it becomes confusing. And I will also tell you, not only can it be confusing to you, I promise you are probably confusing the marketplace, right? If you're out there promoting like a gazillion different things, you are likely confusing the marketplace as well, especially if some of them are disjointed. I did a whole call before on destroying your credibility by claiming to be the jack of all trades. So you really want to focus on what is the one thing and that 10X plan. Strategic, right? So focus, strategic, action. Strategic, meaning that we are thinking these things through before we do them. What is the best way to achieve the result? What is the best way to achieve the result? And creating a plan that's like purposeful. If you have 10 errands to run in a day, what is the best way to ensure those are all done? So stopping and thinking these things through. And if you are someone who is not a strategist, we're going to talk about that in step 5. You're going to want to make sure that you get support for that, because you do not want to be focused on the wrong things. It is a waste of time. It is a waste of money. And it is also a waste of all the opportunity of the people that are already out there waiting for you, because you're working on stuff that doesn't matter. All right. And then action. Again, we go back to this 10X rule. Consistent strategic action. This is not like, it's not like, here's the thing. You are going to have to take action. It is not that you are not going to have to put effort in to create your result. You do, right? So when I say work smarter, not harder, what I mean by that is it's not that you're not going to put effort in. It's that because you are being strategic about it, you're going to put in the right effort. You're going to put in the right effort, and you're not going to struggle, right? There's a difference between putting strategic effort in and being smart about it, and then struggling because you didn't think things through. And so now, half the time you are cleaning up, messes, or, having to firefight because you didn't think things through, right? So focused, strategic action. One of the things that you will learn when you've got when you've got your 10X plan done is it does not take a gazillion things in order for you to create the result you desire, right? In fact, I often hear from my clients when I'm working with clients privately, or whatever the case may be, on a strategy, I often hear them say, wait a minute, that's it? I'm like, focused strategic action. But what about all the things? Right, you don't need to do that. You need to take focused strategic action. So if you had 20 things that you're doing, I might pare it down to 3 done the right way, over and over and over again, consistently, to create the result, right? It's not that you need to do all the things. In fact, please don't, because unless you have some massive team, it's going to be a waste of time and money and energy. I want you to look at the things that are working the best for you and that are the easiest for you to create that result. Again, we'll be talking about this in the Marketing to Millionaires Intensive if you're not sure what to do. The last one is you need to seek expert guidance. Okay, so what does this look like? Because I'm very blunt about this. There's a lot of BS in the marketplace. There's a lot of people who are unqualified. They don't know what they're doing. They're out, we've got people that are teaching copies of programs to people. They don't know how to actually bend strategy to work for people individually. And I know that a lot of you have been in those programs, and it's been very, very frustrating for you. Because I hear it, trust me, on a daily basis from my clients. And I've also seen it personally in the marketplace. So how do you know what the expert is? Well, it's really based on what your specific goal is and what the result that you want to create. So number one is, again, going back to that clarity, what is it specifically that I want to become a master of doing in my business, or being in my business? So as an example, we are looking to spread our message wider. We are looking to reach more entrepreneurs before they get sucked into the BS trap, right? And so I knew that I needed help with that, because my real expertise is in marketing to high-end clients, right? So marketing $50,000 programs, $100,000 programs, all those different sorts of things, which is done differently. So that's really my area of expertise. It's not that I don't know how to create a brand online. I do, right? But I knew that there was other people out there that had more expertise than me. So I hired a coach and put my team into a program to help them seek out that expertise. So some of you might be thinking like, well, why would you do that? Like, this is what you do for a living. You know what? Other people have different solutions that we may not have thought of. And also they have different expertise than what we have. And we've learned a ton. And it was the best decision that I have ever made in our business for my team. It's also good for people to learn from other people. So you are going, and it has accelerated our results like tenfold. I promise you, there's no way where we could have created the results that we've created without seeking that expert guidance. We seek expert guidance all the time. When I don't know how to do something, or I've tried to do something and it's not yielded the results that I desire, I immediately seek an expert, because it is the smartest business decision that I can create for myself. Why not learn from someone who's already done it, who's super proficient at it, and who is going to and is going to help me shave off 6 months of trial and error, right? Generally, my philosophy is, when you get into with the right expert or the right program, it's not going to cost you anything, ultimately. This program that I put my team into, we've already returned on investment, like, I don't know, 100-fold, right? It didn't cost us a damn dime, right? And that's the same. So when I started podcasting, I don't really know that much about podcasting. I know how to interview people. I know how to do, I know how to market, but I wanted to hire an expert to help me accelerate my results. So you want to make sure, if you are not exactly sure what to do, guessing or trying to piecemeal information together, or trying to learn stuff for free constantly online and then piecemeal all that together for you, it's going to take you a lot longer. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunity, and it's just not the fastest path to the cash, right? Hiring experts accelerates your return on investment. It makes sure that you're not missing out on opportunity, and it helps you save time and money. The trick is, you've got to invest in the right expert for what it is that you specifically want, right? And for what you're specifically working on in your business. So, whether that is, look, like, I have all the marketing dialed, I've got lots of leads, I have, people coming in right and left, but I'm really having a hard time with the sales conversions. Then hire someone to help you with sales conversions, right? If you're like, I don't even know, like, I don't have a strategy, I don't, I'm not well positioned, I'm getting clients who can't afford me, maybe our program or working with us is a good solution for you. If you are looking to, if your business is already dialed, but you're looking to reach more people and you want to speak as an example, or you want to, you really want to make sure that you're not only booking stages, but you're also converting on stages, find the best speaker trainer out there possible. So you are going to want to make sure that you are going to want to make sure that you find the right support for you. I will tell you a couple ways to do that. Number one, you need to look and see if they're walking their talk. Several months ago, I went to go hire a social media consultant, and I cannot tell you the number of social media consultants that came to me that had no social media presence, no engagement, nothing. And I'm like, I'm not hiring you, or the way that they interacted with my company for, even during the sales process, I'm like I couldn't get someone to return a phone call. They're like, well, let's just do everything by Messenger. And I'm like, right, before I give you $50,000, I kind of want to have a phone call. So, well, I'm really busy. I prefer to do things by Messenger. Awesome. I'm not your right client, right? Asking for referrals, right? Talking to people. If some of you are watching this and you're considering, you're like, I kind of dig this Kelly thing. I want to make sure this is the right program. You know what? Ask some of the people in our program. They'll tell you, right? And they'll tell you if you're a good fit. Guess what? We'll tell you if you're a good fit or not, right? We are not the right fit for everyone. What we do, we are the best at in this industry, period. But we're not the right fit for everybody. So the other thing that I would look at, so again, are they walking their talk? Right? Are talk and get referrals from some of their members or their clients? You can do your due diligence that way. And then ultimately, do you get a good vibe from them, right? Are they someone that you resonate with on a level of what you really need? Not even necessarily what you want, but is it what you really need? Specifically, are they the ones that are going to help you get to the right place, right? And if you're not sure, you can always ask us, because we're real blunt about that. And we have a list of experts. As an example, we actually vet people for our Profitology Business Incubator program that are experts that we vetted because we are so freaking picky about the people that we associate with. So we will share with you, our recommendations, but always do your own due diligence, right? See how the experience is for you. See how it feels for you. But you are definitely going to want to seek guidance. If you are trying to do any of this on your own, I'm not going to say it's not possible. I will say that it's not possible for most people. And I will also say that it is a huge waste of time and money and energy in anything that you're doing to try to do it yourself. We always hire experts to help us up level in whatever area of the business or that we're looking to do. By the way, I will also tell you, just as a little bonus, as a CEO of my company, I always have at least two types of people that I'm working with. Number one, I am always working with either, a mindset, leadership, a personal growth coach. Oftentimes for me, that looks like healers. I actually work with a couple different healers right now. Actually, I see online here, Denise Pavernick is one of the people on my team. I also work with Anna Kitney, who is an expert in our PBI program. And then I also work with someone on the business side that's tied to our specific goal of that moment, right? So I always am learning and growing on my business side, and I'm always being supported for my own personal growth and development as a leader and as a human being and as a CEO in my business. So those are the 5 steps. Let me recap really quickly for you guys, and then I'm going to tell you about this very special announcement. So number 1, clarity. Get that clarity first. That will help you be super focused. It'll help you what you can say yes to and what you should say no to. Number 2, get out of interest and move to commitment, right? You've got to be committed. It's like, it's not even a, if we hit this goal, if we, we had a call this morning with our team and with our coach, and it wasn't like, if we're going to hit this, it's how we're going to create this result. Number 3, you're going to create your 10X plan. What is your 10X plan in order to ensure that you're going to hit the result for the quarter? Number 4, You're going to take focused strategic action. Focused strategic action, following one course until successful, thinking through the whole plan to make sure that you are doing this in the smartest way possible, both financially and time-wise, and that's ultimately going to yield the best result. If you are unsure of exactly what that is, the best possible thing that you can do is number 5, seek expert advice. Seek expert advice. One thing I do want to remember, one thing I do want to say about that I didn't say before, again, I'm going to go back to being blunt. I'm going to tell you about the time I almost fell off the planet. Literally, I almost fell off the planet. So I was in a group that has a bunch of coaches in it, and someone posted the question, do you think, and by the way, some of you may not agree with me, and that's totally okay. You can not agree with me. But I was in a group where someone said, do you think a coach needs to have done what they're, like, do they need to have done what they're coaching about? Do they need to have accomplished what they're coaching about? I cannot tell you how many people were like, no, like, you don't need to, you just need to be able to coach other people to that result. I call the biggest bullshit alarm ever, like 5 alarm, get the hip waders out, you know, call in the trucks and the cavalry, bullshit meter. Bing! Almost fell off the planet. I do not agree with that at all. I do not agree with that at all. I think that you need to be an expert in what you are teaching, and I think that you need to have the real life experience. Do not go and teach people how you're going to get to 6 figures if you've never done it. Do not go and teach people how they're going to get to 7 figures if you've never done it. Don't go and teach people how to lose 100 pounds if you've never, you know, if you've never done it, or if you don't have the expertise behind you that you've helped other people do it, right? Like, you need to have a track record in what you are selling. And so when you're looking for that expert guidance, it's one thing for people to market things. It's another thing for people to market things with integrity. It's like, I want to know, it's like, I want to know about your track record. I want to know about your personal success in this area. You know, again, it kind of goes back to the social media people who were calling me and saying, you know, oh yeah, I can help you increase your followers by 10,000 and I can help you create engagement. Okay, well, why aren't you there then? Crickets. Okay, good talk. Right? So again, it's that walking the talk, but I want to make sure that you are very much looking for people who have done what you are looking for. So look for that consistency and that integrity. All right. Has this been helpful, you guys? Has this helped light a fire? I haven't really had time to look at the comments. I want to make sure that this has been helpful, and that you are learning from these calls. We are so thrilled to keep bringing them to you. My team is also going to be posting about other call topics that you want, right? Other call topics that you would like, because we do these based on demand. So we will be posting about that, and you can make sure that you find that post in here. And now what I want to do is, I'm going to tell you about a very special brand new thing that we are going to be doing. And that is, for the Marketing to Millionaire Intensive, we are going to be doing a massive giveaway. And so what this looks like is, we want to reach more people that are looking to really market their high-end, the premium services to premium clients. And they want a very specific way in order to do that, right? They want to be able to find ways to consistently secure affluent clientele. So what we're going to do is, you guys know way more people than just we do by ourselves, right? Obviously, we've got a lot of marketing, but we are going to be running a giveaway contest for the number of referrals. So in order to be kind of like considered for the prizes, you have to have referred at least 10 qualified people to the Marketing to Millionaires Intensive. We're going to be posting what this looks like very specifically with the, the rules and how we can support you and all of those things. But let me just tell you about what we're giving away, right? The grand prize that we are giving away is a ticket to the positioning workshop that we are hosting in October. My clients will tell you that positioning, like now they get it, right? All of them are like, oh my God, this is what I've been missing all these years, right? So you are gonna get a ticket to the positioning workshop October 10th through 12th, and that is a $5,000 win, right? So that's number one. That is going to be for the person that refers the most number of people to the Marketing to Millionaires, and then the next Marketing to Millionaires Intensive. Number two, second prize is we are going to give away a MacBook Air, which is super exciting. So we're going to be giving away a MacBook Air to the second runner-up. We will ship that out after the intensive is over. So, and we will ask you which color you want, because there's a couple different colors. I personally have a rose gold one. Love it. And the third prize that we're going to do, and maybe we'll even do a couple of these, we'll see. The third prize we're going to do is AirPods. So those I actually have them right here. Love them. Love them. So we're going to be doing a giveaway for these AirPods, which are fantastic, especially if you are marketing online, because they really pick up the sound beautifully, and they help you do business fabulously from your iPhone. As you can tell, we're Mac fanatics over here. So all you need to start doing is you need to start referring people to the Marketing to Millionaires Intensive, and you need to track your referrals, and you need to, we have a place on when they ask the 3 questions that they can give their name. We have a sheet, but also every time you refer someone who registered, ping Innovate Concierge in direct message and let her know, because she is going to be tracking. In order to be eligible to be in the running for these, you have to refer a minimum of 10 people, right? These are obviously very expensive prizes, and we are thrilled to give them to you guys for helping us to spread the word and to help more entrepreneurs really build a high profit, high ticket business that they love. So we just like to have fun, because it's one of our company core values. Let's have some fun. So we are going to be doing that, which we're super excited about. If you have any questions, please let us know. Please reach out to the Innovate Concierge, or you can actually email, I think it's influencer at kellyoneil.com, and our influencer coordinator will help you with that. All right, you guys. So with that being said, I hope that today's Training Thursday was fantastic for you. It was so great to see you all again. And I will not be here next Thursday, but we are cooking up something for you. So we'll let you know what that is. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing, amazing week, and go out and create some profit. I can't wait to read all of your comments, you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.